The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we are here with the OP Grand National Super Speedway Series. Qualifying is underway. And Dave Hunt taking over the top spot for the moment with a 48.75. Dustin Logston second. Andy Brigante in third. Several drivers making their way out onto the speedway to attempt their qualifying effort. Zach Fritsch coming across the line, locking it up to shut it down. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33, making his way around the speedway. Two minutes left in this qualifying session. And we only have a handful of drivers out on the track. Vicente Guerrero in the 14, Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33, and Gabe Butler in the 88. Crosby Jr. moving up into third with a 48.76. Vicente Guerrero coming around to start his first time lap. Gabe Butler already on his time lap, making his way down the backstretch. Gabe Butler going to head for the trial one, flash across the start finish line, and Butler in the 88 going to end up in 5th place. With that said, we're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll be back with our starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to roll out for tonight's race here at Daytona. The lights have come on and our drivers are ready to go. Let's go ahead and look at our starting lineup. Dave Hunt and Dustin Logston on the front row. Dave Hunt turning a quick time of 48.753. Jeff Crosby Jr. and Andy Brigante in row number 2. Row 3 is Gabe Butler and Dude Conrad. Row number 4, Vicente Guerrero and Harold Rothery. Row 5, going to be Everett Lane and Dwayne Colbert. Jeff Crosby Sr. and Nate Warren make up row 6. Row 7 going to be Adam Kilday and Bubba Winningham. Row number 8, Zach Fritsch and Derek Donna. Row 9 going to end up being Eric Laurie and Jerry Bergeron. Row number 10, Ron Walters and Rick Seabrands. Rick Seabrands in the 4, the first driver to not take a qualifying time. Shane Ward, Nick Wing for row 11. Row 12 will be Shane Posey and the 04 of Mark Mann, with row 13 being Chris Jordan in our final starting spot. Field making its way through turns 3 and 4. We're going to go racing this time around. Pace car going to head for pit lane. Dave Hunt, Dustin Logston going to bring this field to the green flag. And here we go. Green flag is out. We're underway here at Daytona. Jeff Crosby Jr. already to the back bumper of the 53. That is going to help Dave Hunt and Jeff Crosby Jr. No one on the back bumper of the 81 or of Andy Brigante in the 13. Cheering sections coming alive in YouTube chat. Cheering for the 33, the 6, and the 10. As they come around to complete the first lap at the line, it's going to be the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. leading the first lap. Dave Hunt in the 53, battling right back down on the inside line. The 88 of Gabe Butler pushing on the 53. This race is going to be broken up into 2 stages. First stage is lap 35. As they continue to cycle around nose to tail, everyone looking very calm, cool, and collected for the moment. Fastest lap of the race going to the 1 of Jerry Bergeron. Jerry turning a 44.98. Jerry moving down to the inside, trying to get in behind the 39 of Shane Ward. Jeff Crosby Jr. continuing to lead in the 33 at the line, but the 53 of Dave Hunt surging ahead going into turn 1. Those two sawing back and forth between first and second place. Now the 53 is in the outside lane. Gabe Butler in the 88 down on the inside. And Butler trying to wrestle the lead away from the 53 as we work lap 7. Looking like the preferred line for everyone being the outside lane, as we see first Dave Hunt, then Gabe Butler. Actually, first was the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr., then Dave Hunt and Gabe Butler all worked their way to the outside lane. That inside lane continues to move forward. The 14 of Vicente Guerrero now leads the set inner lane. The field flashes down the back stretch. 24 of Everett Lane. Second car on the inside. He's worked his way up 5 spots from where he qualified. Our biggest mover of the race so far, that is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. He is up 7 spots. Zach Fritsch using that inside lane to his advantage to continue his movement forward. Gabe Butler in the 88, working his way on the inside lane now. So Butler in the 88, working both lanes of this race. Vicente Guerrero in the 14, following in his tire tracks, creeping up on what could be our first round of green flag pit stops. So far, our entire group only separated by 2.3 seconds. Chris Jordan in the 78, last car in this line, is the last car on the speedway. All 26 drivers still out there. If we get a round of green flag pit stops, this will spread the field out. Almost always a speeding penalty. Almost always somebody who gets a little too aggressive on the pit road. Starts stretching this field out. And sometimes everyone does a perfect pit stop. And the field bunches right back up. Dave Hunt in the 53 putting together an impressive show of force as that car has been at the front since the drop of the green flag. A lot of people have been shuffling around, but the 53 staying right there. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 doing a good job at staying up top as well. A lot of cars making their way down to the bottom line as we get ready for a round of green flag pit stops. And here they come on the pit road. About half the field peeling off for pit lane. A lot of brakes locked up, but everyone keeps it straight. 14 drivers stay out. Vicente Guerrero in the 14 takes over the race lead. Here comes our next group of drivers on the pit road, and this looks like it's going to be all of them. Vicente Guerrero in the 14 leading that second group on the pit lane, but drivers who have made a pit stop, that is the 24 of Everett Lane. See if Everett comes away with the race lead as the field going to blend back in together. And no speeding penalties this time on pit entry. Everett Lane, Gabe Butler working past the cars, trying to get up to speed. Vicente Guerrero and Adam Kilday trying to hustle their cars, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to get passed by the 24. So Everett Lane and Gabe Butler side by side. Wow. Nose to tail. What I meant to say. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr., then the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Jude Conrad, Dustin Logston, Vicente Guerrero, Adam Kilday, Jeff Crosby Sr., and Jerry Bergeron make up your top 10. Our biggest mover in this race, that is the 5 of Rick Sanchez. Sanchez up 12 spots, tucked in behind the 04 of Mark Mann. As we go double file in the lead pack. New fast lap of the race by the 14 of Vicente Guerrero, turning a 44.72. So Guerrero laying down a heater. Business always seems to pick up a little bit after a pit stop. And just like that, another new fast lap, this one being turned by the 78 of Chris Jordan. Jordan turning a 44.35. Jordan back in 17th spot. Before the green flag pit stops, he was running around at the back. Now starting to work his way forward as we're working lap 22 of 35. That one's in the books. Move on to lap 23. Stage 1 drawing to a close. Zach Fritsch in the 12, taking over the race lead. Our lead group consists of 8 cars. Dustin Logston at the tail end of this group. Onto the front stretch, the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Trying to wrestle the lead away from the 12 of Zach Fritz. Everett Lane, Gabe Butler. Dude Conrad down on the bottom with Dustin Logston. Check in on our second group being led by the 16 of Nate Warren, Dave Hunt, Eric Laurie, they find themselves about 6.18 seconds behind our race leader. To Nate Warren, Eric Laurie, and the 39 is Shane Ward. The inside in this second group, our entire field kind of bunched up here, but we do have two by themselves. That is Shane Posey and the 10 of Ron Walters. They are running 25th and 26th at the back of the pack. Gonna need some help from a yellow if they want to get caught up to this field, and our leaders chasing them down very quickly. Down the back stretch, Adam Kilday is leading in the second lane, but Everett Lane with some momentum on the outside lane. Everyone's starting to shuffle up how they've been running as we get close to the end of stage one. As Everett Lane, Adam Kilday, Gabe Butler, Vicente Guerrero work their way around the speedway, getting ever so close to the end of this stage. Shane Posey and Ron Walters going to be a factor here. Before we get to the end of this stage, Ron Walters peels off for pit road to get out of the way. Shane Posey in the 83 goes up to the high side. We're got a lap and a half here in the first stage. One more time around here in stage number 1, final lap. Adam Kilday on the inside of Everett Lane. Side by side through 3 and 4. And they come onto the front stretch. 3 wide at the line, and Vicente Guerrero gonna pick up the stage win. The yellow flag going to come out. The 14 of Guerrero. Going to end up as our stage winner. We're going to get a word in with him before this is all said and done. Our first yellow flag of the race coming out for stage number 1. Field caught up with the pace car. We're going to be heading down pit road here. On to pit road, the 14, the first one to hit pit lane. Four-tire pit stop for almost everybody. Long pit stop for our stage winner. Let's go ahead and take a moment and pull up Vicente Guerrero, our stage 1 winner. Vicente, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, it looked like you won stage number 2. Tell me a little bit about this race.
Ain't too much going on. I mean, I was just up front, stayed out an extra lap, and then had enough to come in the stage and have enough pit fuel to finish that and come into pits.
What's the racing like out there? It seemed pretty calm for the most part, but then you guys went 3 wide coming to the finish line for the stage.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I mean, I had enough temps to push Kilday, but he decided to go up to the top, so I was like by myself, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna get shuffled back. But man, I held my own there on the bottom. I was surprised.
All right, man. Well, nice job on the stage win. Looked like a long pit stop for you. Repairing some damage?
No, just go fill up on some, take a shot. Yeah. A little extra time to take a shot and relax a little bit, and that's about it.
All right,
Maybe
man.
the next time I pits, I go Fajmija. I don't know.
Well, man, nice job out there on stage number 1. Shout outs, thank yous, anything you'd like to add?
I want to shout out my folks out in Arizona, and I'll run with Dwayne Corbett tonight, so shout out to him.
All right, well, good job out there so far, and good luck in the next half of this race.
Thanks, Hilda. Thanks, KR.
That is Vicente Guerrero, our stage winner. A long pit stop for Vicente Guerrero so that he could top off his personal fuel tank. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to begin stage number 2. The 81 of Dustin Logston grabs some throttle and gets ready to take off. Heading for turn number 1. Logston in the 81 has a clear advantage down the back stretch. Andy Brigante on his back bumper. Bubba Winningham in the 6, leading the charge in the second lane. Here's Jerry Bergeron right behind him. to Dustin Logston, battling with the race lead. Logston not yet made it to victory lane, but has been having a decent showing this season, finding himself 5th place in total points. Trying to go 3 wide racing here. Bubba Winningham down on the bottom, Jerry Bergeron in the middle, and all the way from almost being a lap down to the front of the field. That is the 83 of Shane Posey. So 3 wide for the race lead. Heading off into turn number 1. We spent most of stage 1 running 2 wide. And now it looks like we're gonna spice things up by going 3 wide. And big trouble as they come off of turn number 4. Bubba Winningham, Jerry Bergeron, several others spinning onto pit lane. First yellow flag for an incident here tonight, and it's a big one. A lot of cars getting some damage, but it does look like everyone able to drive away. Field not able to make it to the end of the race with a pit stop here, so everyone will still have to come down pit road one more time. And Shane Posey on the pit road. Posey, a very quick pit stop, gonna win the race off of pit lane. Holds on to the top spot. As the field is slowed for just a moment, we're going to take a minute and step away. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back with our racing action.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the lights have gone out on our paced car. Field is racked and stacked. We did have everyone on the same lap, but Ron Walters has just gone one lap down to be the only car not on the lead lap. All 26 drivers are still out there. Now we only have one lap down. Ron Walters a lap down in stage one, but got the free pass as being the only car one lap down. He finds himself in that same position once again. So Walters just has to have a clean race from here until the next yellow, if we get one. There will be a round of pit stops before this race is over. Pace car on the pit road. Here we go. Green flag is out, and we are back underway here at Daytona. Week 11. Tonight's race brought to you by Alex Giffin. Field gaining speed down the backstretch. Side by side, no three wide action just yet. Expect we'll see them bust that out before this race is done. Nate Warren challenging on the outside lane. Jeff Crosby Sr. making an appearance at the front of the field. Nate Warren in the 16. Battling door to door with the 83 is Shane Posey. Post racing, gonna put one airborne. That was Nate Warren getting up into the air. Our third yellow flag comes out. Nate Warren landing back on all four tires, but was airborne down the backstretch. And then Jeff Crosby Sr. up to the wall. It looked like maybe the 15 focusing too much on the car in front of him. Losing a little bit of situation awareness. Coming down into traffic and gonna bring out our third yellow flag. Shane Posey gonna lead the field onto pit lane. He'll only stop for the 83 as he's going to maintain the race lead. Lights should go out on the pace car this time by. We'll get back into racing action. Gonna be a little close on fuel, but I think they can make it. As long as they are a little bit conservative towards the first half of this run to the checkered. Here we go. Third yellow flag withdrawn, and we go back to green flag racing. Shane Posey in the 83 and the 6 of Bubba Winningham, the respective line leaders. Cars getting up to speed, side-by-side racing action. So far, we don't have them three wide just yet. Three cars up on the top lane. Jerry Bergeron, Nate Warren, Shane Ward. With the quick yellows that we've had, everyone is back on the lead lap. Ron Walters in 24th spot. Field a little bit spread out. Last car in this race is the 88 of Gabe Butler, running around with the 071 of Eric Laurie. They're about 6.6 seconds behind the race lead. Big wiggle out of the 6 of Bubba Winningham, but gathers it back in. Jane Posey pushing hard on the back bumper. Down to 12 laps to go, and Jerry Bergeron clearing the 53 of Dave Hunt, but stays in the 3rd lane. Laps starting to wind down as we're just looking at 11 laps to go. Sanchez dropping the wheel below the yellow line, gathering it back in. Bubba Winningham, Dave Hunt, Jerry Bergeron continue to be the front runners. Jane Posey in the 83, our biggest mover of the race, up 18 spots. Be the 2nd car on the inside lane. Zach Fritch now in charge in the middle lane as the 53 of Dave Hunt. Drops down to the inside. Really starting to mix it up here as we're going to get 7 laps to go. We're still trying to get that 3rd lane back to the front. And the 4th yellow flag going to come out as things were looking rough in the straightaway. Nate Warren, for the 2nd time, caught up in an incident. Heavy damage on the 16. Nate Warren, Jeff Crosby Jr. get into the wall together. Dwayne Corbett out of shape. That seemed to be a crash that didn't want to end. Our fourth yellow flag being displayed. This time it finds Zach Fritsch out in front. Might have a few takers for pit road. I think for the most part, we're going to see these guys stay out at the front of the field. Dane Ward in the 39, one of the first ones on the pit road. Jeff Crosby Jr. on the pit road to try and work on the damage he got. Nate Warren in the 16 looks like he is gone behind the wall. His night coming short. Just shy 7 laps from the checkered. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get the green flag with 3 laps to go. Pace car pulling away. Field going to get back at it with 3 laps to go. Zach Fritsch in the 12. Down on the inside lane, Dustin Logston in the 81 in the second lane. "25 cars trying to settle it out as we got trouble in the tribal. Hard impacts for several cars. Bubba Winningham, Shane Ward, Vicente Guerrero, Gabe Butler. Looked like Butler took evasive action. Not sure he was involved in anything. I believe I saw one car get up into the air. Andy Brigante, the one that I saw up in the air, settled it back down. It does look like everyone going to be able to roll away from this one, but a lot of damage. A lot of damaged race cars as we go into green-white checkered territory. We'll have our first attempt at a green-white checkered. So the damaged race cars make their way onto pit road, but our leaders stay out. Lights go out on the pace car. We get ready to get back after it. Field gonna stack up 2 by 2. Field slowly working its way through 3 and 4. Gonna get the green flag this time. Pace car on the pit road. We doing our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Dustin Logston in the 81, pulling out ahead with the help of Adam Kilday in the 85. Zach Fritch in the 12, making a charge down on the bottom. Down the backstretch we go, 3 wide towards the middle of the pack, giving us a 7-car breakaway. Logston and Fritch coming to take the white flag. Dustin Logston has it by a nose. 1 more lap here at Daytona. Dustin Logston trying to stay tight to the door of the 12. Zach Fritch down on the bottom. 81 with the momentum down the backstretch, but here comes Zach Fritch and the power of that inside line. Off of turn number 4, Adam Kilday gonna leave the 81 out to dry, and that is going to leave the 12 of Zach Fritch with the race win unchallenged. Zach Fritch picking up his 2nd win of the season. Dave Hunt in 3rd, and Shane Posey rounding out the podium, up 20 spots to finish in 3rd place. So Fritchie, win number 2 in the books, comes onto the front stretch to celebrate. Let's take a look at the results for this one. Zach Fritch, Dave Hunt, Shane Posey, your podium finishing drivers. Adam Kilday 4th. 5th goes to Jeff Crosby Sr. Dustin Logston in 6th place. 7th is Rick Seabrands. Jeff Crosby Jr. 8th. 9th, Harold Rothery. Nick Wing in 10th. Chris Jordan 11th. 12th, Dwayne Corbett. Gary Bergeron 13th, Gabe Butler 14th, 15th Everett Lane, Mark Mann 16th, Rick Sanchez 17th, 18th place going to Shane Ward. Eric Donna in 19th, 20th Dude Conrad, Eric Laurie 21st, 22nd Vicente Guerrero, Andy Brigante 23rd, Ron Walters 24th, 25th Bubba Winningham, and 26th going to go to Nate Warren. So with that, let's kick off our post-race interviews and start by talking to our race winner. That is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Zach, you pick up another win on the season. Congratulations.
Hey, appreciate you, KR. We got to talk to you Monday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Man, I don't ever get this lucky. What's been happening?
Well, you pick up your second win of the season here on Wednesday night. Tell me a little bit about this race because, man, it seemed pretty calm and steady for the first stage, and then it got rough and rowdy for stage number 2.
Oh, for sure it did. Yeah. I think everybody was just getting the feel of these cars again. I mean, I kind of broke the news to them, and just so you know, and viewers at home know, we're basically going to probably stay in this car throughout the rest. He hit my push to talk. I couldn't. But, yeah, I'm just going to stay with this car throughout the rest of the season and the rest of the playoffs. So, just so everybody is aware. But, yeah, we're going to... trying to think what I was going to say about the race. So yeah, the race. Yeah. So I think everybody's still getting used to the cars, and then, you know, figured out what they were capable of. People saw some 3 wide there, a lot of 3 wide there towards the second stage and stuff like that. Trying to see what we can do. And I mean, huge shout out to Dave Hunt. Dave Hunt right there, to freaking huge push on that whole last restart to him. So I can't give him enough credit for him pushing me all the way to this win. Thanked him, and I'm thanking him some more. So sucks. Logston was with me. He was going to try to see if we can go neck and neck for the line, and it looks like he got left out. So, but I appreciate those guys with me that were in the team: Junior, Senior, Nate, and Logston.
Well, man, it was a good race for the 12. Had to get up to the front, but once you did, it seemed like you had it kind of figured out that you were going to stay there.
Oh, yeah. I was going to just stick to the bottom and avoid mass chaos and ride it out and see, you know, where it ends us. If it ended us here, we're podium, top 5, I would have been happy either way. I need to start being more appreciative of those finishes, because for the first half of, I think, seasons of Mondays and Wednesdays, I was not very appreciative and finishing, you know, 20th and 30th, and it was, yeah, not good. So, but doing the change around, you know.
Absolutely. Well, man, solid run for you. Congratulations once again. Nice job out there on winning this one here tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you, KR. Thank you for all the work that you do, and OP and admins, and like I said, wife, for letting me do this. So appreciate you guys.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Zach Fritsch in the 12, picking up his second win of the season. Now let's move on to our second place finisher. That is the 53 of Dave Hunt. Dave, bring it home in second place. A great run for you. Kept that car up front all night long and bring it home in second. Tell me a little bit about what was going on with you tonight.
Oh, I can't believe I got a pole position for one thing. That hardly ever happens to me. But I just wanted to try to keep it up there. Everybody's racing pretty good tonight. It's pretty fun race, and I just tried to have as much fun as I could. That's about it.
Well, it looked like a lot of fun for you because you were out in front for a good part of this. So, man, nice job. At 53 has been looking fast here on Wednesday nights. What's it going to take for you to get a win?
Oh, probably luck, I guess. and some help. I helped Frenchie out tonight. That was fun. I don't mind doing that. That was good. I'd rather do that than wreck at the end of every race. So that's all good to me.
Well, good job out there, man. Shout out Stinkies. Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, you up there in the booth, KR, and everybody in OP and admins and all the drivers that show up to do this, and all our family and friends and everybody and our fans that watch what's going on here in your broadcast. And then I think I got Alienware on with me tonight, and always Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Got to put a plug in for them.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on second place. Nice job.
All right, thank you.
That is Dave Hunt, driver of the 53, bringing it home in second. I've been looking for Shane Posey, hoping that he would come in and we can get a quick word in with our third place finisher. I have not seen him in the lineup of people to talk to. Giving it one last look over here, and guess that'll do. Shane Posey, third place, biggest mover in the race, 20 spots gained to put it on the final step of the podium. So until next time, y'all stay safe, have a good night. We'll see you once again.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.